Howdy. Today is the Azima video. I said I was going to do a Azima video like 2 months ago, and then I totally forgot about it. But here we are. This is a funny weapon that is bad. It is not good. Do not expect it to be good, but it's funny, and that's all that I care about. Now, the Azima can only be acquired from login bonus. I think it's at like day 50, 150, 400 something. Whenever you can choose a weapon, you're able to choose Azima as one of the login bonus weapons. Don't. It's the worst weapon by far of all of the login bonus weapons. It's kind of, total raging ass. But, it's funny. Now, Azima has a base fire rate of 10, a magazine of 75, a reload of 1.4 seconds, is a fully automatic pistol, 16% crit chance, 2.0 multiplier, 16% status, not great. 5 base puncture, 13 slash, 2 impact for a total of 20 damage. That is slash weighted. And then it has an alt fire, a disc. You eject the disc out, and the disc has however much ammo was left in the magazine when you shoot it out. The disc has the exact same stats as the weapon. All it does is shoot the remaining bullets in the magazine out in a radius, just like randomly all over the place. Look at that. Like you can see it's sort of like a cross shape, just rotating. 4 bullets out in each direction, north, south, west, east. Never eat shredded wheat. That's not the same order as what I said, like when saying it, but you know what I mean. You get what I mean. Kind of funny. Practical? No. Funny? Yes. So, we want to make it actually do damage. Specifically with the turret, because if you want a full auto gun, or like a full auto slash weighted thing, I mean, we just got Velox Prime, use that. Like, Velox Prime is just going to be infinitely better. So, if we're going to use Azima, we want to use it for its turret. Okay? So, that is what we want. Now, the turret, when it shoots randomly, it's going to be hitting a lot of stuff. The weapon has no base punch through. So having punch through can be quite nice. I would love to get a Riven for this weapon. I couldn't get one before making this video. I tried for a long time. I couldn't find one. So, oh well, here we are. I need to switch this. Now, other than punch through being a very nice quality of life thing, something you can put on this weapon is the new Arcane Secondary Surge. On ability cast, next shot gains a damage multiplier for every 200 current energy, up to 8 times. Basically, the higher your energy and the more energy you have out of that cap when you cast an ability, the bigger the multiplier you'll get. So, we'll cast this a couple times, now we're at 8 times, and then cancel that. But it only applies to one shot. Look, shoot once, it's gone. However, it applies to the disc and counts that as one shot for all of the ammo ejected from the disc. So if I shoot this disc out right here, 16, okay? It's doing 16 on a body shot without a crit before it applies like heat to strip their armor. Now if I come back over here, make sure I have the energy, end it, come back over here. Now I have the 8 times damage bonus, 123, and you can see it just keeps hitting 123. It applies to the entire magazine. So we can make use of that. Now, another thing you can do to make use of it is use the Mutalist Quanta, similar to how people use it with the little Flechette Orb on Vobin. With the alt fire, it shoots out a little, bubble thing that applies 100% electric damage and also, a bunch of crit damage or something to all the shots that pass through it. So you could shoot the Azima and put the Mutalist Quanta bubble over it for more damage. That's not really practical. You're not going to really be able to make use of that most of the time, so I wouldn't bother, but you can if you want to. Now, fire rate does affect it, how fast it shoots out all the ammo, and so does the magazine size. That affects how much ammo is in the magazine when you eject it, which means how long it's going to shoot stuff from the disc. You don't want to overkill on fire rate because of that. Now, reload speed is very nice because we can spam discs more. There's no cap on how many discs you can shoot. Pistol Elementalist, so we get status damage, except the status is quite low at base. Galvanized Shot does not work on the disc, so do not bother using Galvanized Shot. Galvanized Diffusion. In my testing, I tested multiple times in the simulacrum only, not in mission, because it would be a pain to test this in mission. But in my testing, galvanized diffusion would not work on it. It was doing absolutely nothing for the weapon. So I'm not even sure multi-shot does anything in general for the weapon. I don't know. But galvanized, I think multi-shot does. I'm pretty sure multi-shot affects it, but I know galvanized diffusion's stacks specifically weren't applying to the weapon when I tested it last. So I want to use either of these these galvanized mods. Both of them are a waste. We are going to want to go for crits, so we have Creeping Bullseye, Prime Target Cracker. Like I said earlier, we want Punch Through, so we have that. We have Lethal Torrent for more multi-shots, and fire rates, though honestly we could probably get rid of this, but less fire rate means less DPS. And that's a negative Ghost Rider, if you ask me. Though I suppose you could just go all in on damage Magnum Force instead. I know these aren't maxed, but you know, it is what it is. I can't really do much about that now. Why do I feel like that barely increased the damage? 135, 180? What? Oh, because the multi-shot was taken out of the equation. That's why. I was like, why is it barely higher? I don't know. I guess we'll stick with Lethal Torrent for now. Prime Key to Charge, I would recommend either that or Prime Convulsion, just so you can get the highest elemental damage possible. I personally like Key to Charge more because it, you know, the Heat DOT can strip armor and stuff. But, yeah, the status is so low. This is really just here for the reload speed, to be totally honest, just so we can spam it. With Secondary Surge, it's kind of hard to spam if we want to get Secondary Surge to actually work most of the time, so I guess we could replace this. Blast, I mean, the status doesn't really matter here. I guess we'll put this on to go Magnetic there. Why not? Does Magnetic is less to Orkin? No, it is not. Good. So, this is going to be the weapon now, and it's not going to really do any damage, but we'll show it in a second actually doing damage, like with a proper build. So if we shoot it down in the middle here, we have Secondary Surge active. You can see it's not really doing much, and we can like spam a few more shots in, a few more discs. Just keep shooting the discs. It's not really going to do a lot. And that's a sad face. But, you can do some funny things with it. Such as Mirage's duplicates. They shoot discs. And that's funny. Eclipse gives damage. And that's funny. And we can armor strip. And that's funny. That's a lot of funny. Then, because of the horrible base crit chance, we can use Combat Discipline and Arcane Avenger to fix that problem. Oh ho ho, things are getting spicy, aren't they? And then we want Viral Application, which we can fix by adding in a companion, like Panzer Vulpaphyla. Problem solved. I don't really want extra fire rate right now, though, so I'll take this off, but we do have Tenacious Bond for extra crit damage. Now, all of a sudden, we got much more big PP energy from this weapon. So let us resimulate these enemies. Cast this a few times. Come over here. Let's say they're all fully armor stripped. We're going to do this. I know this isn't very practical, but you could just run Pillage if you wanted a more consistent armor strip or something. There's ways to get more consistent armor strips, right? This is just, I mean, more consistent full armor strips if you're running a build like this. I think this is still the best armor strip on Mirage in general, but, you know, for this build, there's probably a better armor strip ability. So we strip that. Viral spreading all over the place. We can end that now. Make sure we got our damage buff up. Have this up. And then we just do that. Oh my god, it works. And that's what we like to see. The funny. And if you don't like the funny, then, well, why are you watching my videos? This is all we care about, is that it kills stuff. And that's what we've made it do. So mission accomplished. The turrets can kill stuff. Now, you can make it even juicier if you were to have a mag. I don't have a friend to come in here with mag, but let's say you had a mag with like the Death Blender build, right? You could put it in the Death Blender build and it'll pull all the bullets in right to the center, and with the puncher it can go through them a few times. So Mirage and a Death Blender mag would actually be perfect for this. So, you know, if you got a friend and you want to team up for a funny build like that, then I highly recommend giving it a shot, because it would be very funny. Look at that, 222k. I think that works. I think this is effective. It's worth using, worth giving a shot at least. Now, would I bring this to level cap? Probably not. Unless I was like, you know, I just wanted to see how funny it would be, but like, you know, practically speaking, no. But you can make this work and deal damage at least up to like level 500. It's usable. So if you like this weapon and you want to make it kill stuff, you can do that. That's pretty much it for the Azima build. There's not really like running different statuses and stuff on it. And, I mean, you can use it on other frames, I guess. Other buffer frames like Lavos to get forced status procs on every shot. That's a viable option. Chroma gives a pretty big damage buff, but generally speaking, Mirage is going to be the best because she gives a very large multiplicative damage buff. She's easy to and cheap to recast abilities, like just spamming Eclipse so you can build up your secondary Surge Arcane. And she has the Doppelgangers, which, you know, also shoot out turrets, so you get triple the turrets. So generally speaking, I'd say Mirage is likely going to be your best bet the majority of the time. That's going to do it for the Mirage video. If you like, or not Mirage, sorry. The Azima video, basically Mirage video. The Azima video. If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe, and adios.